I have to talk about this movement. You know, it came up as a result of the modern feminist movement because it seems, it just seems that modern feminism and the red pillars are two sides of the same coin. I always joke and say that they should just date each other since they hate each other so much. And although I do understand why it became a movement, the red pill movement became one out of the minimist movement, which is basically the men's rights movement. It's literally the opposite. So that's all it is. But just like any movement, you got the radicals on either side. And so that's how the red pill movement came up within the minimalist movement. The ones that basically vocalize how much they love watching women be put back in their place, whether that's in the kitchen or in an online debate. So I watched the red pill movement kind of become what it is today because I used to be an avid watcher of the late Kevin Samuels. And
that's my guy.
Yeah, and I would say Kevin was more of a minimalist than a red pillar, but because red pillars are so radical, they quickly took Kevin and claimed him as their own, which sucks because he's not really alive to defend himself in that way. I truly believe he was an advocate for all of that. I mean, for men, women, and he was because he also talked about, men too. Like he talked about, men getting their lives together.
Yeah. So what I liked about Kevin Samuels, and just piggybacking everything that you're talking about, Kevin Samuels, he just didn't talk about things. Yes, he may have given examples about things regarding the female and male dynamic because he was seeing a trend. He was seeing a micro trend of women showing themselves as a commodity, but not truly, basically trying to have it their way, having a narcissistic quality, not being a narcissist, and wanting both sides of the coin. And so Kevin Samuels brought solutions like, hey, if you want a certain thing, work out. If you want to have a certain lifestyle, work hard. Those are the things that, my boy Kevin Samuels used to talk about. It wasn't like, yes, he had his ways. Yes, he was real, gutter with it, and he was really upfront. But to be honest, that's what a lot of men need now, is somebody just to, cut it to them raw and uncut. I mean, to me, that was the best way that anybody could actually grow from, to live like, hey, I love you, brother, or I love you, sister, but you need to tighten up. You need to tighten up in, being at places on time. You need to tighten up on planning, and I'm talking about myself. By the way, there are a lot of things that you need to do, and a lot of people don't like you calling them out on their BS.
Yeah. It's a very uncomfortable place to be in.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you feeling attacked? Are you feeling hit?
No, I'm really not. I was waiting to see if you were going to say more things.
Oh, no.
This is kind of your area.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I cooked enough early. I already provided shrimp fried rice for y'all. You
did. But we're going to bring this to a close.
Okay.
All right. So I am really happy because I am actually seeing a shift now in the space where men and women are actually getting tired of the gender wars. I am seeing that shift. I see more of them actually trying to turn back to God more, and more of them trying to learn each other and honor each other. It's happening slowly, but surely it is happening. Mm-hmm. Okay? Where radical feminists try to persuade the world that there was no inherent difference between male and female, cultural feminists sort of commended and celebrated the differences between men and women. Mm-hmm. So I guess, what does the Bible really have to say about all this, right? Well, we can go back to the beginning like we did earlier. And actually, we can go to Genesis 1:27. So God created humans in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them, right? So God He created every single person, every man and woman in the very image of himself, right? And that's pretty incredible. That means we should all be treated and be treating each other as an image bearer of God. This is actually something you say a lot too. And that means, loving and respecting each other. But did you also notice, what else Genesis tells us, which is male and female, he created them. Well, that means God made males and females, and he made them different, and he made them distinct, but both are in his image.
That right there, my people, was an allegory.
Is it?
Yes, he wouldn't have repeated that for, nothing. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them.
I don't know the definition of allegory.
That is the definition of allegory. It's
I don't know.
A hidden meaning.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, now you know.
I don't use it right in the sentence, I guess.
Now you know.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So, how do you guys view feminism? You know what I mean? Is it misunderstood? Is it no longer relevant? Do you consider yourself a modern day feminist? Or do you hold true more to the traditional values that feminism used to have, right? Does feminism today align with biblical values? Or does it even matter?